To get rich, we have to figure out how to make money while we're sleeping. And a great way to do it is through real estate. However, one of the things that we need to get real estate is we need to make money. And no better way that I can think of to do that than by digital real estate, by owning real estate online. It pays passively. It's recurring. It's infinitely scalable. There's an asset attached. It's low barrier to entry. Should I keep going? Guys, 2 years ago, I was sitting in a position where I was paying my bills, but barely. I was working my tail off, and we had a monthly nut of like 6 to 10K. This is end of 2019. And I realized that I had to figure this out because every part of me wanted to just go and be a sales guy. Every part of me wanted to go back to doing what I was good at, which was sales, because I was making $150, 210. I was making between that range for 4 years in a row, knocking on doors, and it sucked, but I was good at it. And I was this freaking close to just going and being a sales guy. There's nothing wrong with being a sales guy. If you're going to do a job, it's a great job. But I just knew, because I'm just like, okay, I'll never get rich being a sales guy. I just can't get rich. And no matter what, I'm never going to exponentially grow, because I'm only going to be able to make so much money, no matter what I'm selling, even if it's solar, even if it's medical devices, even if it's alarm systems, no matter what, if I'm the sales guy and I don't own equity, if I don't own assets, I'm never going to get rich. And my goal in 2019, at the end of the year, I want to make $100,000 per month so that I can do this and this and this. And one of those things was buy real estate. I didn't want to have to go and work an entire year as a sales guy, pinch my pennies, and barely be able to buy a piece of real estate, and have to wait 10 years to start accumulating passive income. And I looked at the opportunity and I was like, I already know about this business model, this thing called digital real estate. You build these little websites, you rank them on Google, you take the calls and you sell the calls for a freaking profit. And I realized I was sitting on gold, but there were a couple things that needed to change. Number one is I had to figure out how to freaking sell it, because I had websites that were producing leads, but I didn't know how to sell it. I needed to make sure that these deals I put together were flat fee deals, meaning I got paid every single month regardless. Just like in real estate, you have a townhome, you get paid every single month, regardless of if the person that's living in it makes money that month, regardless of if the person that's living in it loses their job. You make money from that property. It's a flat fee deal. It's called a freaking lease. What I was doing at the time, guys, is I was charging people per lead. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. There's unlimited upside, blah, 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 blah. And I realized that's not going to work. And so as I started to think about it more as real estate, I'm like, dude, I have to charge a flat fee. And so I got really scientific. I got really obsessed. I got really all in on figuring out how to sell digital real estate on a flat rate deal, regardless of the time of year. I got paid the exact same amount. And in 2020, I figured that out and I got really good at it. I came up with a system of how to actually sell these things, and not only sell them, but then I figured out how to pre-sell, how to take this idea and research a city and a niche. Concrete in Ely, Nevada. That just came to my mind. Okay, cool. That's a good city. That's a good niche. If I figured that that was the case, how do I go and sell the idea of this property before I even spend my own money, before I even build a website? So I got very, very good at not just selling my websites, but pre-selling my websites. Why? Because I knew that in order for me to achieve the things I want to achieve and get to the levels of wealth that I want to get to, so that I can go and do the things that I want to do, when I want to do them, how I want to do them, with who I want to do them, I needed to create cash so that I could go buy assets that could create more passive income. It's this big loop, guys. You find something, you make as much as you can, and you go buy assets. But what if the thing that creates the cash could also be an asset? Isn't that a double win? And what if the thing that creates the cash is infinitely scalable, costs almost nothing to get into, you could do from anywhere in the world? You see where I'm going with this?